What's up out there, American truckers? Picking up a load here in Houston. It's going out to Chicago area. It's got a few stops across the Midwest. Going to be some scissor lifts, 7 of them, all different sizes. I think 3 or 4 of them are the same size. There's one that's about just over 10,000 pounds. There's one, I believe it's like 8,000 pounds, something like that. I'd have to look at the paperwork. But we're going to be securing that in this video. I'm going to chit chat with y'all while I secure that in this video. Some of y'all know it, might have saw my last video. I'm waiting to get my AC fixed. I got to get that done in Dallas. Up there, I'll be in Dallas tomorrow, and I'll get my AC fixed hopefully, and then I'll go on with this load, get it delivered, get off of it, and on to the next one. But anyway, figured I'd do some chatting and chat with y'all while I secure this load. Maybe talk a little bit about that and some other things that are going on in the industry right now, and also why I chose flatbed and why I went back to flatbed. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Welcome to Trucking with Old Snapper, and let's get into this. As I said earlier, this is going to be a dropping hook. But with dropping hooks and our line of work and the flatbed side, you have to secure them. And so I'm going to be doing that here as soon as I get hooked up to this thing. I'm hooking up to a step deck here at our drop yard in Houston, Texas. There's a lot of different companies that use this drop yard. As you can see, there's a Schaefer truck over there in the corner. That's another one of our sister companies as well. I always do a little bit of a pull test on these whenever I do this, but I try not to pull on it too hard, shake the trailer too much, because you got to remember that the product on the trailer is not secured. It's just sitting on there. This load came out of Mexico, and whichever one of our drivers picked it up originally, when you drop the trailer, they always take their securement off of it. Right here, I'm gonna get a few of my things out. One of the things I want to talk about is, as y'all see this fuel price rising, the other night in Houston, they caught some guys at one of the truck stops I was at out there stealing fuel. And I don't think they were drivers, but I think they were civilians or whatever. But they were stealing fuel out of trucks, and they got caught. You know, I think as we see fuel prices rising, we're probably going to see that happen more and more often. So, if you got them anti-siphoning devices, great. If you don't, you might want to get some, or get some lock-in gas caps in case this fuel price holds or gets any higher than what it is. We're probably going to start seeing a lot more of that. People stealing fuel. It's just a sign of the times, man. That's all it is. Anyway, some people ask why would I go back to flatbed? And I give everybody this kind of a joking answer. I tell them, well, I'm getting old and I'm going bald and I'm going through a midlife crisis. Some people, when they go through a midlife crisis, they find a young partner, or they get a convertible car, or both. And me, instead, I went to flatbed to show I still got it. Couldn't afford the convertible car or the younger partner, so flatbed was the better option to make me feel young again. But I don't always feel young. You know, I've been in a dry box for a few years and out of flatbed, so it's definitely a little bit of work for me to get back into it. Right here, I'm stretching I'm getting down what I believe I'm going to need to do this load. As you can see, there's 7 scissor lifts on here, several different sizes. The one in the back being the heaviest, I think it's just over 10,000 pounds. I'll end up putting 4 points of securement on the back one. And then 4 points of securement on that other big one that's in between. And then those other ones are small. Those other ones only weigh a couple thousand pounds a piece. They're not all that heavy. So there's not a whole lot to securing those. I'll daisy chain those ones up there in the front. And then the one up on the upper deck, I'll do separately. Now I brought our trailer into this yard, but I dropped it on the other side. Then because there wasn't any room right here. Then I came around over here and started doing my thing. But anyway, another reason that I came back to Flatbed is because I'm very much a solar powered driver. I'm very much a daytime driver. Flatbed freight, 98% of the time is daytime freight. You're going to be working between 6 a.m. and 3 p.m. It's very easy for flatbed drivers to be the first ones parked in a truck stop, because flatbed drivers tend to work those type of hours. Not saying flatbed freight don't run at night. It's just very rare. And running the type of freight that we run here at Hunt Transportation, it's extremely rare. It's equipment. It's going to places like John Deere, New Holland, Case. You know, it's going to be business hours, Monday through Friday, 7 to 3, business hours. So it's almost all daytime freight. That's another reason. Another reason is I want to get back in shape. I like working out. You know, I like a little bit of exercise. Even in a dry box, I exercise. I carry 30-pound dumbbells with me, and I walk, and I watch some of these other YouTube channels where truck drivers are showing how to get exercise out on the road. I like to exercise. So by coming back to Flatbed, I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You know, I could get daytime freight and get exercise. Here's the other thing. You see what I'm doing right there? You can't automate that. You're always going to have a person when it comes to flatbed freight. You're not going to automate flatbed freight. Another thing I like about flatbed is it is a freight that not everybody can do and not everybody will do. All right. So flatbed drivers tend to get treated a little bit better at most companies. And the reason being is it's harder to replace them. It's harder to find somebody that's willing to run flatbed. I mean, let's face it. Most people come into trucking because, well, we're lazy, and that's me included. You know, it's one of the things that makes us excited. We get to sit in a truck. It's not a very physical job, and be in the AC all day, if your AC works. So it's real hard to find anybody that wants to do flatbed, and especially nowadays. This new generation, they don't want to do what I'm doing right there. They just want to ride, and they don't even really want to ride. They don't even want to do that. See how I'm daisy chaining those together? I'll daisy chain them and then have a binder on one end. Well, here's the finished product. See my ugly mug. I had to take my hat off because I got hot. See, I got those daisy chained there together. And then I got 4 points on that one. And then 4 points on the last one. And of course, I'm using my big chain on those. That's 6,600 pounds. You know, so you go 6,000 pounds, 6, 12, 18, 24. 24,000 pounds worth of securement on a 10,000 pound product. But that is it, drivers. That is the whole thing. I look forward to sharing more of what I got going on out here with y'all. I look forward to seeing y'all on the other end. Maybe I'll get video along this trip, so it'll be kind of like y'all taking it with me. Now that was a pretty fast securement, wasn't it? Hopefully you didn't break a sweat like I did. Just a little chit-chatting with y'all as I do my job there. But anyway, hopefully y'all like and subscribe so that I can share the rest of the journey with y'all. Get some pretty good footage out here across the country. I do everything trucking related here. But it's been great. I'm glad y'all stopped by to spend 10 or 15 minutes with me. I know there's a lot of things y'all could be doing right now. And I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all take care, and we'll see you on the other end.